everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethany if you're new here, and I cannot believe that I am making my very last pregnancy update for this pregnancy. But I am just so incredibly looking forward to having our baby boy arrive in less than a week. It's crazy. Today I'm actually going to be going through how baby's doing, how I'm doing, my symptoms, and my care, because I have a few updates for you on how everything is going as I anticipate my birth in 6 days. So if you are wanting to stay updated with me this past week, kind of go on baby watch with me as we are, I could have a baby any day. I could go into labor at any time. But of course I have a scheduled C-section on June 30th. So if you're wanting to stay up to date with me on a day-to-day basis and how I'm doing and feeling and all that stuff, you guys can go over to my Instagram and follow me on there. I post a lot of extra content on there that I know you guys definitely don't want to miss out on, especially this coming week. All right, so baby is now weighing at about 7 pounds and is about the size of a pumpkin. I am so excited to meet him. He is definitely not moving as much as he was, say, even 2 weeks ago. He's still moving frequently, but his movements have slowed down and they're a lot different just because there is not that much room left in there and he is just gaining weight at this point. So I have definitely been monitoring my kicks at this point in my pregnancy and making sure that he's moving frequently. I last night was thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, he hasn't been moving very much. Let's see if I can get him to move. And then I couldn't get him to move for a little while and I was kind of freaking out a little bit. So I got out my Doppler and I actually couldn't find the heartbeat for a while. But since he has dropped and he is so low in my pelvis, I had a hard time finding his heartbeat because it was like way down there, and I finally found it. But I am making sure that I am still counting his kicks and making sure that I am aware of his movements at this point. So he's happy, he's fine in there. I did have a midwife appointment on Tuesday and it was my last midwife appointment. So I got to go through a few things about baby, and his heartbeat is looking good. It's around 130 beats per minute. So he's a bit more of a chill guy. He's not as active as my son, Kellen. Kellen was like a crazy guy in the womb, and this guy's definitely a little bit more chill. So I'm hoping that that kind of corresponds to how he's gonna be after he comes out. That would just be so nice. I am ready for him to come out so I can just see his little face, because I am just so excited to see what he looks like. And I'm also really excited to share his name with all of you. We have kept it a secret this entire pregnancy. I haven't even told my kids. Like, they don't even know. So just me and Luke know the name, because I mean, let's be real, if we told my daughter Brielle, she would just tell everybody. So we have kept that a secret and we just cannot wait to share his name. All right, so moving on to symptoms. So a lot of the symptoms I talked about in my last update have basically just continued on through to my 38-week update here. So one that I've been experiencing a lot more of is lightning crotch. It is so incredibly painful, and I've definitely felt that so much more this pregnancy. It is not fun, and if you've experienced it, it can just come out of the blue, just this sharp stabbing pain and in your lady bits, and it just hurts so bad. I just wish it wasn't a symptom. It's like seriously awful. And I will get it even if I'm standing, I'm sitting, I'm laying down, doing anything. It just will not go away. And so that has been really just taking a lot of energy out of me, because it's just, you're trying to do things, but you're constantly in pain apart from like the other body aches that are going on too. So that's not fun. But we're almost at the end, so I can endure it a little bit longer. Another symptom I've been having is tiredness. I know tiredness has kind of like been throughout my entire pregnancy, but I've really felt this past week where I'm just so tired. Even when I do get a good sleep at nighttime, when I wake up in the morning, it is so hard for me to get out of bed because I'm still so tired. So I know that's not gonna get easier as baby comes, because I'll be up in the night, but it'll be a different kind of tired. And I just feel like my body is just so exhausted at this point, taking care of 2 kids and trying to, you know, do all the things and trying to rest up as much as I can as I'm going to anticipate postpartum and recovery and all of that stuff, because I know that's coming. I know what to expect, generally what's going to happen. And so I'm just really getting mentally prepared for that and trying to rest as much as I can. So another symptom that I've been having is just clumsiness overall. Since my belly has gotten to the point where it is the biggest it has been, I run into things a lot with my belly, not like hard or anything, but I just kind of bump into things. My center of gravity is so off right now. So I'm definitely dropping a lot more things. I'm just not as coordinated as I am when I'm not pregnant. And so that's just kind of been a recurring theme for a while. I'm just really klutzy right now. So another symptom that I've been having also as well is a lot more Braxton Hicks contractions. I have had these since 20 weeks, and I've had this happen to me every pregnancy. And so they've just become so strong, especially these past 2 weeks, where they definitely almost kind of take me back a little bit, and I almost have to just be really careful about like just drinking enough water and changing my positions, because they are getting quite uncomfortable. They're not taking my breath away or anything. They're not consistent, but I just need to keep an eye on them, especially this next week. Another symptom that I've been having is a bit more anxiety. And like I mentioned earlier in this video, not being able to feel baby's movements really gave me a bit more anxiety than usual. I think just because I did have a previous loss before this pregnancy, and so because he is a rainbow baby, I'm just feeling a little bit more anxiety, and I just don't know if that'll really go away until he's here, until he's in my arms. And I think that's something that's totally normal after you experience a loss. But for me, I'm really wanting to just hold him, and the fact that I wasn't feeling him very much and couldn't find his heartbeat right away just gave me a lot of heightened anxiety that I'm having a little bit more as I anticipate birth this week. So I'm just really trying to pray more about that and just give that to the Lord, because I know that a lot of things are just not in my control, and I need to be at peace with that. But I can do what I can do and take care of myself and take care of baby as best I can, and the rest is out of my control. So I'm trying to stay grounded within that and trying not to be super anxious, because birth is coming. I know what to expect, but I'm also so excited to just hold him in my arms. And I'm not going to get emotional about it, but I'm so excited. I just can't wait to hold him. And we're finally here. We're finally to the last week, and it's becoming real, and it's just, I'm ready for it, and I'm excited for it. So moving on to my care. So I actually had 2 appointments this past week. I had a midwife appointment, and it was my last midwife appointment, like I said earlier, and everything is looking good. Baby's looking good. My belly is measuring 38 weeks right on time. His heartbeat is great. My blood pressure is low but normal, which is what I have had my entire pregnancy. So everything is looking good that way. I don't have any concerns physically with myself or with baby at this point. I'm just kind of getting prepared for my scheduled C-section. So I did go over a few things with my midwife, and one of those things being is that she's gonna be there half an hour before my surgery time. She will actually not be in the OR with me, because she will not be performing the surgery, but she will be there immediately with me in recovery and just helping with me and baby and all that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. The midwives that I'm with, they are going to be checking in on me about 3 days after birth, after I go home. So they'll be able to come and do a home visit at about 3 days, and then I think about 7 days after, and then I will go back for like my 6-week kind of discharge appointment if everything is looking good. So I'm so thankful that I have the postpartum care with my midwives, and that's one thing that I really, really love about midwives, because with having an OB, you don't have that extra postpartum care, and I think that's really essential, and I totally loved having that last time with my son. So yeah, midwife appointment went really, really well, and then the same day I actually had a phone call appointment with the hospital with one of the nurses at the labor and delivery, and she kind of just went over everything I need to know about my scheduled C-section. So this is actually a bit of a new experience for me because both of my previous C-sections were not scheduled. They were emergencies. And so there's some things that are a little bit different when it comes to having a scheduled one. Like she told me I have to buy this certain soap that I have to wash myself at 12 a.m. The night before my surgery, and then first thing in the morning before I go to the hospital. And it's like this antibacterial soap that I have to go buy myself from the pharmacy. And then also I can't have any fingernail polish on my fingers, but I can on my toes, which is great because I am getting a pedicure tomorrow and I'm really excited about that. It's gonna be so nice. Basically, I need to be at the hospital 2 hours before my time. I don't currently have a time right now, but I will be getting a call the day before in the afternoon of when my C-section will be. She said it will be between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. on June 30th. So I'm really excited to know that it's in the morning time. So hopefully I won't have to stay too many nights in the hospital. I'm hoping just one if everything goes well. Again, like I said, anything could happen, but generally if things have gone well in my last 2 C-sections, then I should be only having to stay one night, which would be so great because I don't really like staying in the hospital unless I need to be there. Also, because that we are needing to be at the hospital 2 hours before the surgery, the kids will be dropped off the night before. They are gonna be staying with my parents for a few nights, so they're really excited about having at least two night sleepover at Grandma and Grandpa's. So that's really exciting to them. And I'm so thankful that I have my parents to take them. Just the support from my mom has been just unbelievable this season. And I'm just really looking forward to having her around postpartum as well. She's such a giving person. I'm just so lucky. I know I didn't have that with Kellen or my mom around for living close to me with my last 2 kids, and so I'm just so grateful for this time that she can be here. It's great too because Luke actually works from home, my husband, and so he will be around too. And because I'm feeling so much more supported for postpartum, I'm actually looking forward to that season. I'm not dreading it. I don't feel depressed at this time like I did with my son. I feel really good, and that's something that I am just really thanking God for, because my last birth experience was a bit traumatic for me and postpartum was just not great. And so I am looking forward to hopefully a bit more of a positive experience this time. But overall, you guys, I am just really thankful that this pregnancy has been pretty uneventful. And with how I'm doing, it's been pretty good. I've had no major issues, and that I just feel so incredibly blessed by that, and being able to just have all the regular symptoms. But as I kind of come to a close on being pregnant, it's almost been like a full year of being pregnant, and so I'm really looking forward to being able to have my own body back in some ways, but I know I'm gonna miss this. And I want to touch on that because it's okay to not want to be pregnant anymore, and then it's okay to miss being pregnant when you're not anymore too. And I know that I'm going to feel that, especially with my belly. I know I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss the movements of baby and feeling connected to him. But I'm so looking forward to getting to know him as a person and just being able to hold him in my arms, like I said earlier. So holy crap, it's so crazy to know that like we're at the end. Like this is it. Like we are like so close to meeting him. And I also just want to say a big thank you to you guys for following along with me through my pregnancy this time, and as you continue to follow me through postpartum. Your encouragement and your support has been, I've just been so incredibly grateful for that, and I feel totally blessed by all of you. So thank you guys so much for following along with me. I hope that you found this video helpful for you in your own pregnancy journey, and as we go into next week, we're gonna have a baby soon. So I'm so excited. Again, I can't say that enough. I know I have a hard time saying anything else. That's exactly how I feel. So anyways, thank you guys so much again for watching today's video, and we'll see you guys in my next one.